Hi, welcome back. We are in Chapter 6, Execution of the Research Project, to discuss the third section, Research Data. Let's go ahead and review the outline of this section. So in this section, we're going to cover three quick outlines. The first one to discuss data source, then data validity and reliability, and finally data management. First of all, when it comes to data source, perhaps there are two important categories of sources. The first one is a primary source, and that means you can have direct access to the source of the data. And to collect the data from those sources, you have a few options. Maybe you can use survey options, which allows you basically to obtain or get the data about opinion, behavior, experience, maybe characteristic by asking people. The second option is to use observational techniques. And in this case, I think the skills or the background of the researchers are quite important because it will be relying on the way you perceive or you observe things. And after you observe, you have to write down notes, and then you have to transcribe them, and then you have to quantify them. Finally, you have alternative options, and that's, for example, resources from media and communication. You can obtain or analyze data from speech articles or from social media posts. Maybe if you research about psychology, you can employ technology such as neuroimaging or eye tracking or computer-based tasks. If you research, for example, about education, maybe you can use test assignments to collect the data about the knowledge or the skills the students are performing. Or also you can use a physical science instrument available, such as maybe blood pressure devices or chemical composition devices. So these are the options that you have in case you have access to a primary data source. But let us assume that in some cases you don't have the time, or you have limited resources, or maybe budget strain, or maybe you can't really have access to those primary data. In this case, you can use options such as available data set from government surveys, or maybe from a previous studies on the topic that you're conducting the research for. These are the available sources as a primary and secondary, and the options for each one of them. Let's go ahead and review the subject of data validity and reliability. I will see you then.